Hello and welcome back to the channel, and welcome back to the glorious Peak District National Park. And it is a glorious day today. As you can see, the sun is shining. And I'm here on my first walk to complete the Ethels. Now, the Ethels are a list of 95 hills, all within the Peak District National Park. It takes in every summit over 400 metres, as well as many lower but iconic peaks. So today I'm going to be doing a walk of probably, I'm going to guess, around 5 miles. It's going to take in 3 Ethels. I can see one already if I swing you around this way. Right at the end over there is High Neb, and that is one of the Ethels. That's the highest point on Stanage Edge. I'm going to head up this steep path here, teeter my way along the edge all the way to High Neb, and then I'm taking Stanage Pole and also the South Summit. So that's my 3 Ethels. Now, my friend was actually out running yesterday and there was so much snow here, and yet today it's all melted. But if I look over to Mammut, I can see on its north face there is still quite a lot of snow where the sun hasn't quite hit it, and it is quite warm in the sun. I'm actually getting a bit warm going uphill, but the wind chill is quite cold, so I might keep a few layers on. Anyway, let's head up and enjoy some of these views from the top of Stanage Edge, shall we? So I'm just enjoying this lovely path now across the top of Stanage Edge. And this place is obviously world famous for its climbing. There are literally thousands and thousands of routes all along this 3.5 mile long gritstone edge. And I'm going to follow near enough all of the edge right up to High Neb. I think it's about 2.5 kilometres from where I am at the moment, which is probably about a kilometre or so from where I came up at the car park. So here I am now on the summit of High Neb. This is 458 metres at this trig point and the highest point along Stanage Edge. The south side being 457 metres, so just that 1 metre lower. and the weather is just beautiful, allowing me to have such fantastic views in all directions. I can see all the way over here to Beghaus, which I walked a few years ago. I followed the entire ridge up, and then if I continue round to the left, I can see the Kinder Plateau with a little bit of snow still on it, just on its northern faces, and then Mammut, again with a large area of snow on its north face still, and then the two pointed peaks. This is Win Hill nearest us and Lose Hill just slightly further away, and then a view to the south looking down the full length of Stanage Edge, and where I have yet to walk. Obviously I've come from that far end, but what I'm going to do now is retrace my steps down to one of the passes that goes over here. That's actually a Roman road. That's going to take me all the way to Stanage Pole. I can see the pole just on the top by a nice little wall there. I'll head there, retrace my steps again, and continue my way back along Stanage Edge to the south summit, and then back down to the car. So I've made it onto the summit of Stanage Pole, and as the name would suggest, there is a large pole on its 438 metre summit. And apparently there's been a pole here since 1550, although this one I think was replaced in 2016, although I'm not 100% sure. And looking at Stanage Pole from a distance, it doesn't look like much at all, but when you're here, the view is actually really quite decent. If I start looking to the south, I can see the Burbage Valley, lots and lots of cars parked over there, very popular place for climbing. And if I pan round to the right, I can see the south summit of Stanage, and along here would be the full length of Stanage Edge, although you can't see it from this side. And that leads me across to the peaks around Edale and Hope. Just over here I can see Mammut again, the snow on the summit, or just on its north face, and then Win Hill and Lose Hill and the Kinder Plateau, and I can see the summit of High Neb where I was earlier, just over here. And then looking north, I can see past this house that I didn't even know was there, over towards Beghaus, and then finally if I look east, If I take you around this way, I can just make out, I think it's Redmire's reservoirs just down here, and then the entire city of Sheffield. Time to head back to Stanage Edge and then over towards the south summit. So this true point here marks the 457 metre summit of White Path Moss, also known as the Stanage South Top. And of course, the view from up here is absolutely lovely. It's a bit restricted over towards Burbage, but if I look down this way to the southwest, I can see over Owler Tor. Actually over here I can make out Higger Tor as well. That's another Ethel that I'm not going to do today. And then over this way I can see straight down towards Hope. I can see Castleton, and then of course Mammut with a bit of snow, and then the whole Kinder Plateau, and then down the full length of Stanage here as well. Absolutely stunning up here. I'm running out of time, so I'm going to actually quickly head back down. So I'm just coming up to the end of the walk now, and it's been absolutely stunning. So if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit like, hit subscribe, and also ring the bell to keep up to date with future uploads, and I'll see you next time.